Hi, welcome to Amazon Cloud Tutorials. Today we are dealing with the AWS IAM service. IAM stands for Identity Access Management. It is the one of the service provided by Amazon Cloud. Why we require IAM service means if you go to AWS Management Console and navigate to services, so we have plenty of services here. If you navigate down, scroll down, we have plenty of services provided by Amazon Cloud. So we need a authorization to access these services so that it will be secured. So for that purpose, we need to use service called IAM. IAM stands for Identity and Access Management. That service is available under Security and Identity Compliances. If you scroll down, you can find Security, Identity and Compliances. Under that, you can find IAM service. Go to IAM service. By using IAM service, you can achieve authorization to access particular services of Amazon Cloud. So go to IAM dashboard. This is the IAM dashboard looks like, and then go to users and create a user. To create a user, select add users. And here I am giving you username. Let's say Rajesh. And by this user can log in through CLI command line interface and AWS Management Console. Both I am giving the access. And then I am giving some custom password. And I don't want to give reset password. If you want to give reset password, you can select this. As of now, I am uncheck this box and then next permissions. Now I will add this person under a particular group. For that, I am creating a group and I'm naming this group as S3 group. So for this S3 group, I will give policy S3 full access. Amazon S3 full access. So create a group. Next to tags. This tags is like a extra information or metadata exists in the form of keys and values. If you want to give, you can give or else skip this step. So I'm skipping this step. Next review and review this and create a user. So I created a user. This particular user having access only to S3 access, that is simple storage service. This user, every user has access key and secret access key. For future use, you need to download this file. So I am downloading CSC for future purpose to log in using these credentials. In a similar way, I can create one more user, add user. This time I will create a one more, rather than creating a user, same user, but I will create another group. So I go to user groups, create a group, and I name this group as a EC2 group. Under this EC2 group, I will add this person, Rajesh, and I will give EC2 full access. Policy, I will give it as a EC2 full access. Then create a group. See, I need a authorization to access Amazon Cloud services. So let's say I want to access EC2 service and S3 service. For this, I need a authorization. That authorization is nothing but your user. That user is nothing but Rajesh. This user is having two authorizations. One is S3 full access and EC2 full access. So this user can work EC2 and S3 access. This is a way to create users and user groups. Okay. Now, if you click this user, that user having both EC2 access and S3 access. This is nothing but service inheritance. So this is about users and user groups. Now coming to roles, roles are nothing but similar to users. But what is the difference between users and roles means by using user, you need a secret key and secret key and access key. But by using a role, no need to provide secret key and access key. That is the main difference. Another major difference is it is accessing the Amazon cloud services internally. For example, if you want to access S3 service by another service called EC2. So let us create a role. In general, we create a role at EC2 level. So I am also creating a role at EC2 level. This EC2 level role have permissions to access S3 without giving secret key and access key. So S3 full access. Next tags. It is our wish whether if you want to give tags or not, it's up to us. I'm skipping this one. Next review. And I'm naming this role as a S3 role. That's it. Create a role. That's it. So whenever if you take a IAM dashboard, these three are very important: user groups, users, and roles. Next, policies. Policies are nothing but what users can do, what groups can do. That is nothing but accessing the resources. That resource accessing that resource is nothing but policies. So you can create your own policy or you can attach the existing policies. I already shown how to attach existing policies. I have given S3 full access, EC2 full access. Those are nothing but policies. Or else you can create a policy also. Create a policy. So in general, JSON file exists. JSON file exists to create a policy. So visual editor, by using visual editor, you can create a policy. Choose a service. What is the service? Let us choose S3 full access. S3 full access or simply S3. You can type S3. So I'm selecting this one, S3. Actions. Actions are nothing but list, read, write, tagging, permission management. So I will list only, I will select the list, or else I just select the read access, only read access having only read access. And resources, I will give resources as all resources. S3 all resources having only read access. So that's it. You can check now JSON file, it is created automatically JSON file here. See here, JSON file, in JSON file, we can have statements, statement ID, effect. Effect is nothing but allow or deny. Action is nothing but what are the service you are going to access. S3 service, right? Action is nothing but our S3 service. And resource, and that action is nothing but read, write, and list, like that. And then we can find resources also, all resources having only read access. This is a JSON file. This JSON file is automatically created. Use it. No need to learn how to create a JSON file. Why means it is already providing here. Just utilize that effectively. That's it. Next tags, you can leave it. This is our created own policy. You can attach this policy while creating a users. Next review. You can name it, but I don't create. Why means I can choose already predefined policies are there. No? I can choose always predefined policies. If you want customized policy, then only use create policy. Why means policies already exist while creating a user. Say, let's say I'm using add user. let's say some other user, let's say Ramesh, and I'm also giving this him to CLI and console, and I want custom password, and Ramesh 143, and I don't want to reset. Next, permissions. Here I will give permissions as, see, attach existing policies directly. So I can attach directly. So I have directly permissions. So why to create customized policy? If company is demanding to create customized policy, then you can go for create policies. That's it. So that's why I have cancelled creating policies. So this is a way to create users and groups. Now let us log in users by taking incognito mode. I created Rajesh user, right? AWS management console. Let's say login AWS management console. This is AWS management console. This time there is no root user. I need to log in with IAM user. So I will select IAM user. So it is asking account ID. Where do you find account ID? Go to your root account. Here you can select. Here there is a number. This is called root account. Copy this one and then provide here. Next. It will prompt for username and password. What is the user I created? Rajesh. And then password I remembered. So this is a user. So now there is a authorization. This user have access only S3 service and EC2 service. If you click other than EC2 and S3, options will be grayed out. Let's say I will select Cloud Station. And let's say IAM. Let us choose IAM only here. Security, identity, compliances. IAM. I will go to IAM. This user does not have IAM access, so option will be grayed out. Let us observe that one. See, we encountered the following error while processing your request. User Rajesh is not authorized to perform IAM. So we have restricted the access by using identity access management. This Rajesh user not having to access IAM, but he is having access to EC2. If you click EC2 service, this time we don't get an error. See, we do not have any error. You can go and create, Rajesh user can go and create EC2 instance. So we are not getting any error. But whereas in IAM, other than EC2 and S3 service, you will get an error. So you cannot play around other services. You can play around only S3 and see it is prompting for errors. As I have given S3 access also, you can successfully access S3 also. Storage service, go to storage service and S3. So for S3 also, you don't get an error. So he can create a bucket, create bucket, you don't get any error. So this is about, and this is the better way to secure our Amazon cloud by using IAM service. Now let us explain CLI, how to access services through CLI. For this, you need to download CLI software, AWS CLI software. Type AWS CLI for Windows. If it is for Windows, type for Windows, or Linux. If it is a Mac, you can type for Mac. I already installed AWS CLI on my machine. I just open command prompt So this is a command prompt. Let us check I have installed or not. So if you type AWS -- version, you come to know. If it shows version, yeah, 2.2.1 means I have already installed. How to access AWS through AWS CLI means we need to generate a secret key and access key. So this is a IAM user. We need a secret key and access key. So let us take, I already downloaded that one, right? So here it is a file. Open this file. This is password, access key and secret key. This is the access key and this is a secret key. So for that we need to type a command AWS configure. It will prompt for access key. I will provide access key. This is the access key. And it will prompt for secret key. I will provide secret key also. This is the secret key. And I will type AP-South, same region I am going to type, and then default text. That's it. So AWS S3 LS. So if there are buckets, it will show. If there are no buckets, it won't show. So there are no buckets. Let us create one bucket. As this user having S3 access, I can create a bucket also. Oh, what is the command to see S3? Make bucket, yeah. So this is the command. So I can create a bucket. Bucket name, let's say 0000001. So bucket is created. The requested bucket name is not available. Okay. Bucket already exists. Okay, it's okay. So this is a way to access a cloud, Amazon cloud services through command line interface. And you can access this using Cloud Shell also. So there is a Cloud Shell option also. This Cloud Shell exists only in particular regions. Here one important point is identity access management is a global service. That's why here we are seeing global here. If you go to EC2 service, you can see it is a region specific. EC2 service is a region specific. So see here I am seeing Mumbai region. So in this region we can have Cloud Shell. See, this is a symbol for Cloud Shell. You can access that Cloud Shell. So other than command line interface, by using Cloud Shell also we can perform, we can access resources, we can do some operations using some commands. If you see here, regions will be grayed out. Whatever the regions are grayed out, those regions does not support Cloud Shell. So this US East and Virginia only supports Cloud Shell. US East supports, but US West and California option is grayed out. So here we do not have Cloud Shell access. See here, this is Cloud Shell. You can perform some Linux commands, touch. I can create one file one like that. If you do ls, you can find ls-la long list with hidden files also. So by using you can actions, you can upload, you can download file also. I can upload file also to this select file. I can select some of the any files you can select. I can upload here. Let us say I'm selecting this image and upload. If you do ls, I can find that image ls. So there is an image. By clicking this gear symbol, you can increase the font size also. Large config. See, font size is increased. There is a APY JPG file. Just now I uploaded. This is about Cloud Shell. And some other options of IAM are like, let us go to IAM service one more time. IAM service. And here, editing purpose, who is doing any operations, what particular user is doing, you can go to login, go to IAM dashboard. You can find credential report. You can download a credential report. So to audit particular users. And what are the access that user is having. You can see such kind of activities in credential report. So if I open this credential report, you can come to know, see there is a root account and Rajesh, and you can see you can find passwords also, and what are the access keys, secret keys and access keys, you come to know. Okay, if he is active, or if he is not active, false. So this is about credential report. And then you can go to particular user. You come to know what we have given S3 full access to this user. Does he utilizing properly S3 full access or not? We can see here. Go click this user, and we have given S3 full access, EC2 full access to this user. If you go to Access Advisor, you come to know all the resources effectively utilizing or not. See, Amazon S3 full access, Amazon S3 full access, accessed, but EC2 access not accessed. You can audit here. This is a auditing purpose. For auditing purpose, go to user and go to Access Advisor. And this is about, and one more thing is, we can provide extra layer of protection to your users by using multi-factor authentication. For multi-factor authentication, go to My Security Credentials, and here you will find a multi-factor authentication. You can click Activate. So in general, Authy software, third-party software is used to provide multi-factor authentication. So this is about identity and access management. So by using identity and access management, we can provide authorization to access services of the Amazon cloud. What are the major elements here means user groups, users, roles, policies are the major elements in IAM dashboard. That's it for today's session. We meet with the EC2 session. Signing off. Bye.